So, for my poster, I decided to do mine on video games. Obviously, that plays a big role in my life. But for the poster itself, I decided to choose the typeface Sentry, sans serif, very easy to read. It works really well with video games. Um, but I also worked with Don Pendleton style, the very geometric, simple line weight, um, and the mono color scheme, just to make the heart stand out on its own without having to like use too many colors. But anyways, the reason I chose video games was because in my life, not to go into detail, but in my home and stuff, I had my own problems coming from a single parent home. Always struggles between the relationships my mother had, the people she was dating, between me, and I found comfort between like all the problems I had, and I went to video games. It was very easy for me to go to, and it really kept me out of trouble. If you ever knew me, I was a very problematic person growing up, but it seems that video games really kept me from becoming worse than I was, which is good because I think if it wasn't for video games, I wouldn't be where I'm at now. A lot of my friends came from video games. When I first moved to Fairmont, I didn't know anybody, and it seemed like I was beginning to meet people and stuff, and it felt really nice. But as soon as I started playing video games, I found people in my local area that played, and that's where my best friend and a lot of my best friends came from. Um, and to this day, I think video games really kept me on a straight path, and I honestly couldn't really thank just one person, obviously, because a lot of people created these video games, and it plays a big role in my life, and I know it impacts a lot of other people's lives. And the reason I chose to do the three heart, because three hearts really, in the very first video game to show health and stamina and all that, started with, I believe it was a previous version of Zelda. I can't remember the name of it, but it started out with the three heart scheme, and I did two filled hearts because of the fact that I feel as though everyone makes mistakes. That's where the third heart is gone. But I didn't want it to be just one heart because I feel as though for everybody, we always have that over-encumbering thought that we've made mistakes, but not enough to ruin our lives. Might not make sense to a lot of people, but it hits deep with me. But yeah, that's pretty much my poster. And the background color, I just wanted to pick something kind of not as much white because I wanted the white heart to stand out too within the red hearts, but I didn't want it to be so overpowering or dark. But yeah, that's my poster.